in the heart of a dense and dangerous jungle, where every day is a battle for survival. An unusual story was about to begin. A tiny puppy, lost and alone, had wandered too far from safety. He was trapped in a bed of sharp thorns, his small body trembling. His cries echoed through the trees. But danger was already near. From the tall grass, glowing eyes appeared. A lion was moving closer, silent, step by step, ready to strike. The helpless puppy had no chance to escape, until something completely unexpected happened. But just as the lion prepared to strike, the ground shook with heavy footsteps. A massive shadow emerged from the trees. A gorilla. His chest pounded, his eyes locked on the predator. With a roar of warning, the gorilla stood tall between the helpless puppy and the advancing lion. The puppy whimpered, but for the first time, he was not alone. The lion snarled, its muscles tense, preparing to attack. But the gorilla's presence was unshakable, his strength undeniable. This was no ordinary encounter. It was the beginning of an unlikely bond. The gorilla slowly moved closer to the frightened puppy. His massive hands, surprisingly gentle, began pulling away the sharp thorns. The puppy cried in pain, his tiny body shaking, but the gorilla carefully lifted him free. The giant searched the forest floor, collecting healing leaves. With surprising tenderness, he pressed them against the puppy's wounds, as if he knew how to ease the pain. In that moment, predator and prey no longer mattered. The jungle had witnessed something rare, compassion, born in the unlikeliest of hearts. Days passed in the jungle, and the bond between the gorilla and the puppy began to grow. The gorilla shared his food, carefully placing fruit beside the little pup. At first the puppy hesitated, but hunger won, and slowly, trust began to bloom. The nights were no longer filled with fear. The puppy slept safely against the gorilla's strong arm, while the giant watched the forest, protecting his new companion. For the first time, the gorilla was not alone. And for the little puppy, the jungle was no longer a place of terror, but a home. But peace in the jungle never lasts for long. One night, as the moon hid behind the clouds, the forest grew restless. A pair of glowing eyes watched from the shadows. A predator, hungry and silent. The gorilla stood tall, beating his chest with thunderous power, warning the intruder. But then, something unexpected happened. The tiny puppy leapt forward, barking fiercely, his voice echoing through the trees. For the first time, the little one was no longer afraid. Side by side, gorilla and puppy faced the darkness together. Two souls, united, stronger than fear. The predator strikes. Claws slash through the night as the jungle erupts in chaos. The gorilla roars, locking in a desperate struggle. Branches snap, leaves scatter, the ground shakes beneath their fury. But then, disaster. The gorilla stumbles, wounded, cornered by the beast. And in that moment, the tiny puppy does the unthinkable. He lunges forward, biting, barking, distracting the predator with every ounce of courage. The gorilla rises again, strength renewed, and together, they drive the monster back into the shadows. In that battle, they were no longer rescuer and rescued. They were family, unbreakable, forever. The jungle grows quiet again. The danger has passed. The gorilla, battered and bruised, reaches out, and the puppy, still trembling, presses close to his chest. They look into each other's eyes. No words, no sounds. Only the bond of family, forged in fire and pain. Seasons will change, storms will come, but together they will face it all. For in that jungle, under the endless sky, a gorilla and a puppy became legends. Not because they fought, but because they loved, beyond all fear.